Ever wondered what the best cities to visit in the United States are? I mean, everyone's got an opinion, right? New York, Chicago, that one place with the big cowboy hat? Dallas? Houston? Close enough. Many have their favorites, but today we're diving into the top 13 cities you must visit. From bustling metropolises to hidden gems, let's see which city takes the crown. First up, we're heading down south to Miami. Now, Miami's like that friend who shows up to the party, dressed to the nines, looking like $1,000,000. The beaches, gorgeous. The Art Deco architecture, stunning. The nightlife? Well, let's just say you'll need an extra shot of espresso in your morning cafecito. But even with all that going for it, Miami has a wild side. We're talking hurricane season, folks. And don't even get me started on the humidity. It's like walking through a hot, wet blanket. Just make sure you pack an extra strength deodorant. Next, we're heading to the Pacific Northwest, to the land of coffee, coders, and, well, let's be honest, a whole lot of rain. Seattle, my friends, is a city that marches to the beat of its own drum. It's got that cool indie vibe, where everyone wears flannel and sips on a latte like it's an Olympic sport. And speaking of Olympic sports, have you seen the Space Needle? It's like the Eiffel Tower's cooler younger brother who moved to the Pacific Northwest to find himself. But Seattle's not all about lattes and landmarks. It's a city with a heart of gold, a thriving tech scene, and enough seafood to make your head spin. Just don't forget your umbrella. Seriously, it rains a lot there. Now, hold on to your beads, folks, because we're about to touch down in a city that knows how to party. New Orleans is a place where the music never stops. The food will make you want to slap your mama, in a good way. And the history is as rich as a pot of gumbo. From the French Quarter to the Garden District, this city is a feast for the senses. It's a city that's been through a lot, from hurricanes to heartbreak, but it always comes back stronger. Chapter 4. San Diego, sunshine, surf, and seriously good tacos. Next up, we're heading to Southern California, to a city that's basically the poster child for perfect weather. San Diego, you beautiful beast, you. With miles of pristine beaches, a laid-back vibe, and enough sunshine to power a small country, San Diego is a city that's easy to fall in love with. Whether you're catching a wave, exploring Balboa Park, or just soaking up the good vibes, San Diego is sure to leave you feeling like you just stepped out of a Beach Boys song. And did I mention the tacos? Because oh boy, the tacos. Just be prepared to fight off the seagulls for your fish tacos. Chapter 5. Boston, History, Harvard, and Clam Chowder. Chowder. All right, folks, pack your winter coats and brush up on your American history because we're heading to Boston. This city is like a living, breathing museum, with cobblestone streets, historic landmarks around every corner, and enough colonial charm to make you want to grab a tricorn hat and start a revolution. But Boston's not stuck in the past. It's also home to prestigious universities like Harvard and MIT, a passionate sports scene, go Red Sox, and some of the freshest seafood you'll ever taste. Just don't call it clam chowder. In Boston, it's chowder, and don't you forget it. Oh, and be prepared to walk. Boston's a very walkable city, but those sidewalks can be treacherous. Chapter 6. Austin, live music, BBQ, and keeping it weird. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're headed to the Lone Star State, to a city that's known for its live music, its mouth-watering BBQ, and its Keep Austin Weird attitude. Austin, Texas, is a city that marches to the beat of its own drum. And that's what makes it so darn charming. Whether you're catching a show on 6th Street, chowing down on some brisket at Franklin Barbecue, or just soaking up the quirky vibes, Austin is sure to leave you feeling like you've just experienced something truly unique. Just be prepared for the heat. Austin summers are no joke. But hey, at least you can cool off in Barton Springs Pool. Chapter 7. Chicago deep dish, dazzling views, and de Beers. All right, folks, get ready to stuff your face with pizza and marvel at some serious architectural wonders because we're headed to the Windy City. Chicago, my friends, is a city that's big on everything. Big shoulders, big dreams, and big, beautiful buildings. From the iconic skyline to the shores of Lake Michigan, Chicago is a feast for the eyes. And did I mention the pizza? Because, oh boy, the pizza! Chicago-style deep dish pizza is a thing of beauty, a culinary masterpiece that will leave you wanting more. Just be sure to bring an extra pair of pants. You're gonna need them, and if you're a sports fan, you're in for a treat. Chicago is home to some of the most passionate fans in the country. Chapter 8. San Francisco, Golden Gate, Glamour, Tech Titans, and Those Hills. Next stop, we're heading to the Golden Gate City, a place where dreams are made of sourdough bread, tech startups, and those iconic rolling hills. San Francisco, my friends, is a city that's full of surprises. One minute you're admiring the Golden Gate Bridge shrouded in fog, and the next you're wandering through Chinatown, the oldest and largest Chinatown outside of Asia. It's a city with a rich history, a diverse culture, and a culinary scene that's as innovative as its tech industry. Just be prepared to shell out some serious dough. San Francisco is one of the most expensive cities in the world, so you might want to start saving up now and wear comfortable shoes. Chapter 9. Las Vegas, bright lights, big bets, and buffets that never end. Hold on to your wallets, folks, because we're headed to Sin City. Las Vegas is a place where anything goes, where the drinks flow freely, the slot machines never sleep, and the shows are nothing short of spectacular. It's a city that's built on entertainment, excess, and the thrill of the gamble. Whether you're trying your luck at the roulette wheel, catching a Cirque du Soleil show, or just soaking up the neon lights and the over-the-top atmosphere, Las Vegas is an experience you won't soon forget. Just be sure to pace yourself. Las Vegas is a marathon, not a sprint, and drink plenty of water. That desert air can really dry you out. Chapter 10. Washington, D.C., Monuments, Museums, and Making History. Next up, we're heading to the nation's capital, a city that's steeped in history, power, and more than a few political scandals. Washington, D.C. is a city that's home to some of the most iconic landmarks in the country, from the White House to the Lincoln Memorial to the Washington Monument. It's a city where you can literally feel the weight of history all around you. But D.C. is more than just monuments and museums. It's also a city with a thriving food scene, a diverse population, and a vibrant cultural scene. Just be prepared to navigate through a sea of tourists, especially during peak season. And don't even think about driving. The traffic in D.C. is legendary. Chapter 11. Los Angeles, Hollywood dreams, traffic nightmares, and tacos on every corner. Get ready for your close-up, folks, because we're headed to the City of Angels. Los Angeles is a city that's synonymous with Hollywood glamour, endless sunshine, and of course traffic. Lots and lots of traffic. But beyond the gridlock and the paparazzi, there's a lot to love about LA. From the beaches of Malibu to the Griffith Observatory to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Louisiana, is a city that's full of iconic sights and experiences. And the food scene, don't even get me started. LA is a melting pot of cultures, and that's reflected in its incredible culinary diversity. Just be prepared to spend a lot of time in your car. Chapter 12. New York City. The city that never sleeps. Seriously, it doesn't. Get ready to hail a cab and grab a slice, folks, because we're headed to the Big Apple. New York City is a city that needs no introduction. It's the city that never sleeps, the concrete jungle, the capital of the world. From the bright lights of Times Square, to the iconic skyline, to the endless energy of its inhabitants, New York City is an experience unlike any other. Whether you're catching a Broadway show, exploring Central Park, or just soaking up the energy of this incredible city, New York City is sure to leave a lasting impression. Just be prepared for the crowds. New York City is home to over 8 million people, and it feels like they're all out on the streets at the same time. And bring your walking shoes. Chapter 13. Honolulu, aloha spirit, shave ice, and a whole lot of ocean. Aloha, folks. We're ending our journey in paradise, in the tropical paradise of Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu is a city that's all about relaxation, rejuvenation, and embracing the aloha spirit. From the iconic Waikiki Beach to the volcanic crater of Diamond Head, to the lush rainforests of the Koolau Mountains, Honolulu is a feast for the senses. Whether you're surfing the waves, hiking to a waterfall, or just lounging on the beach with a shave ice in hand, Honolulu is the perfect place to unwind and escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Just be prepared for the island time mentality. Things move a little slower in Hawaii, and that's perfectly okay. Outro: the twist. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey and the food. There you have it, the top 13 cities to visit in the United States. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know in the comments below. But here's the twist, folks. It doesn't really matter which city you choose. The best city to visit is the one that calls to you, the one that sparks your curiosity and makes you want to explore. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and discover the amazing cities this country has to offer. And don't forget to try the local cuisine.